everybody. How are you all doing today? Good? And how's your AP experience going on? Yeah, that's good to know. That's good to know. So I'm Srishti and that's Aprit. We're both co-founders of Esenay Digital. And we welcome you here to this MakerFlo Learning Lounge to understand more about AI, agentic commerce, and also, how as makers, you guys can grow into the world of AI. Because that is the future, and we're actually living in it right now. So we need to understand what and how AI functions, and how we can incorporate that into our brand scalability. So are you guys ready for it? Awesome. Before we begin, I want to ask you guys which one of you or who all use AI on a daily basis. And can I know some tools from you guys? What all tools are you guys using on a daily basis? Gemini. Okay, what about you? Ooh, nice. And what about you guys? Okay, that's nice. That's nice. So, exactly. So I think since most of you have raised your hands, clearly you guys are already one step ahead in your digital journey. And that is important in terms of digital transformation. So to begin with, there was a recent survey that was conducted, which shows that 45% of the consumers globally are using AI as a part of their buying journey. So they're reliant on platforms like ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, to understand more about brands, to understand more about the kind of brand authority a brand has, reviews, to understand more about the product offerings the brand has to offer. So they're actually relying in terms of validation for any brand, any e-commerce brand, with the help of AI. And that's what's helping them make the purchase or the final decision. So we are technically, AI is not living in our world, we're living in the world of AI. That's how it is. Okay, so moving on now, since we're all familiar with what AI is, have you guys heard this term before, agentic commerce? No, okay. So agentic commerce it's the next level, basically, of making sure that we're integrating generative AI into our e-commerce systems. So buying authority actually is moving from users to AI. Like I said, since we're in the world of AI is actually going to be making the decisions on humans' behalf. So it's going to be, let's say, for instance, if I want a lipstick, now I can just go to ChatGPT and I can tell them, I can give them a prompt, hey, can you help me order a lipstick under $20 which ships in 2 to 3 days of period of time? And it is going to help me not only suggest me brands, but it is actually going to order on my behalf, and that's going to be at my doorstep. So I won't have to do anything. So that is what AI is going to entail in the future, and it is actually happening now. So Shopify has also come up with their updates and have incorporated agentic commerce into their systems. Etsy, marketplace like Etsy have incorporated, their agentic e-commerce into their systems to make sure that, all these processes are well in place. So we have to make sure that our websites, they're all well in place in accordance to AI. So how does this work? Now we know that, okay, AI is going to be making the purchase for us, but how does this work? Is it a tool that we need to focus on, or is it a plugin that we need to put on our website? What do we need to do to make sure that AI makes our website discoverable? Well, the good part is it's neither one of them. It is pretty simple and it's pretty straightforward. You don't add agentic commerce to your website. You prepare your website so that the AI systems can read it, understand it, trust it, and recommend it. So these are the 4 fundamental factors wherein you need to keep in mind that AI is able to read it. So whatever content you put on your website, it needs to be clear and concise. If you're mentioning fast shipping, that is very unclear to AI. You need to make sure that there is a validation attached to it. So it should be like fast shipping within 2 to 3 days period of time so that AI can understand it. If you're, let's say, asking AI to recommend you, Now, how will AI recommend you? It'll only recommend you when it feels you have enough testimonials, if you have enough reviews, if you have any video testimonials, wherein they're seeing that people are actually commenting or reviewing your product based on what they've purchased, and that's authentic. So AI is interpreting each data that's on your website, scrutinizing it, and making sure that it has a sense of validation attached to it before it actually goes and recommends your brand to people or makes a purchase on their behalf. That's what agentic commerce is all about. So people will not even know what the brand is all about. The product's just going to be at their home doorstep, and it's going to be like, oh yeah, I have a good product, good quality product under the right kind of price points, and it solves my purpose. So that is how AI is going to work. Now think of it like SEO 2.0. So who all know SEO here? Great. And how many of you are getting SEO done for your brand? Okay, that's nice. So SEO is, for those who don't, search engine optimization is basically when Google crawlers identify your website or validate it in such a way that it actually ends up showing on the first page of the search engine and on specific keywords that are relevant to your brand or your product. Now you have to think of it like SEO 2.0. So earlier brands used to optimize for Google, but now, or any other search engines like Bing or any other search engines, basically to make sure that they're visible. But now it's more like you're optimizing it not just for Google, but you're also optimizing for AI. And how you're optimizing for AI? You're basically making sure that your website's entire structure, from your content to your sections to your social proofing, everything is well designed for AI to read, understand, trust, and recommend. So that is very important. Now, there are some people have actually come up to us, makers, and they've said, oh, we have Etsy, you know what, we don't need a website. And even if we do, we're pretty comfortable with Etsy as a marketplace in terms of selling. So, and I don't have to worry about this. But if you look from the brand scalability point of view, that is the thought of doom. And that is what we tell them. So, and why is that a thought of doom? Now, we don't discourage being on marketplaces like Etsy and Amazon. It is always good for discoverability. It is always good to be on marketplaces because they have their own brand recognition, they have their own traffic influx, which helps you get identified in the market. But at the end of the day, a website is yours. It's your brand identity. It is your virtual home or your virtual brick or mortar store. So you have to make sure that you establish and solidify your website in such a way that people rely on your brand and your perceived brand value is created. And also, in the world of agentic commerce, it is very important to have your own website so that there is a structure and AI understands and knows that you have a brand or you have a perceived brand value in the market with your own website. Now, like I said, in the AI-driven e-commerce world, marketplaces help you get discovered, but your website helps you get chosen. So we're going to discuss the next part of our discussion in terms of how we can cater to the agentic commerce needs. What is it that we want to do, and what is it that we should focus on when it comes to brand building from an agentic commerce standpoint. So I'm going to hand it over to Aprit now, and he's going to deep dive into it. Thank you.
Thank you, Srishti, and I hope you're all following till here, and we'll definitely have questions at the end. So let's move. Okay. Now, the big question, or rather the real question is your website, if you do have one, is it ready for the future, or as we call it, the intelligent future? Now, how many of you have your own websites here? Great. Now, how many of you think that your website would be a part of this AI world if we consider the situation today? Oh, nice. I like the confidence. Well, so to answer that question, the only thing that we need to understand is the buying shift. And what this buying shift is all about is that Srishti already spoke about it, that people are now not spending hours opening 10 tabs, looking for products, browsing through multiple websites, and then finalizing what they want. they're using AI to kind of do everything for them. Now let's consider an example. Now, I'm a buyer and I'm looking for a personalized wooden nameplate under $50 that ships in 3 days and has good reviews. Now I can see 4 things that are happening in this statement. The first is that I'm looking for a personalized wooden nameplate. I want it under $50, ships in 3 days, and has good reviews. Now, if a website targets all of these 4 things, you can understand that your website's already in the radar of AI, and you have probability that AI is going to shortlist you and recommend your website or buy from your website. Now, what AI does is that it compares products. Now, it compares the personalized wooden nameplate with multiple websites that have the same product. Some might not use the term personalized, some might not have the right elements to make sure that it is a personalized product. It checks the shipping, it compares prices because you said that you want it under $50 and you want to ship in 3 days. Now, as Srishti also mentioned, that if you just say that you ship it out quickly, there's a quick turnaround, there's express shipping, all of that will be negated and you won't be recommended by AI in any of the searches. So make sure to have those numbers on the website. Reviews, obviously, because we want a product with good reviews, so making sure that your reviews are integrated not only on the homepage of the website, but also on individual product pages. So having those reviews on product pages ensures or tells AI that this product has XYZ reviews, could be bad, could be good, but yes, the product has reviews. The other thing that they do after it compares these three metrics is it shortlists some of the best options and then it recommends one winner. Now, imagine if there are 2 websites that are competing. They both have the product that they want. The products are under $50. They both ship in 3 days and they both have good reviews. Now, what it does is it starts reading those reviews and it takes in the emotional sentiment as well. Now, a brand that has 4.5 stars but has more good reviews compared to a brand that has 4.9 stars but has a mix of good and bad reviews, it's not going to consider that brand, even though it has more stars. It's going to consider the emotional sentiment. It's going to consider how they are with the customer service, how transparent their policies are, and are they sticking up to what they're proposing in those policies. So having numbers is not enough. You should be emotionally connected, and that's where the whole About Us page, as Srishti mentioned, comes into the play, and that's where your branding comes in. Now, we've understood what it does and how it does it, but how to make your website ready for agentic commerce. Now, there's 6 ways that we describe this. The first way is to have a clean product structure. Now, what that means is your website is not just a portfolio of your products or your past things that you've done. You need to have separate product pages that have information like the size of the product, the material of the product, who is it for, who the recipients are, what's the occasion that you can use that product on. That gives AI an idea if somebody's searching for a gift. Now, I need to know if my product is a suitable gift. Am I mentioning that I gift wrap it? Am I mentioning it's a great gift for dads? Am I mentioning if it's a great gift for a veteran? So you need to have that information on your product pages. Clear categories. Now, if a person is not defining what they want and they're looking AI's help to kind of understand if I can buy a product in an XYZ category, or what's your best recommendation for a decanter. Now, that's a category, right? You have different products inside a decanter. You have different brands selling a decanter. Now, categorizing your products on the basis of the style of the product, the occasion, or if there's a special event that you're hosting. Having those categories on your website really helps AI figure out that one winner. Now, if you're doing like a very customized product, make sure to have the size, materials, finish all in clear dropdowns, because AI does consider that. And even if you're using apps that help you do that, AI does take into consideration all those apps. The second thing is clear shipping. As we spoke about it, mention the numbers. Don't just go with words. Be clear. What this does is it calculates 2 kinds of timelines. It calculates your production timeline. What this basically means, you ship it in 2 to 3 days, is you need 2 to 3 days to make that product, to engrave that product. You mention this, and then when AI checks out, it knows that you're shipping via DHL, USPS, and they have their own timeline. It calculates the total thing, and then if a customer wants a product in 5 days, it calculates the total number of days you're mentioning on your website and then recommends that website. Now, a detailed customization. Now, as I mentioned before, is if you have a customized product, make sure to include those fields. If you have a name for a product, if you want to put a name on a product, have those input fields. If you want to do live previews for products, set them up like that. And if you want to upload something, have an upload button. Don't leave anything for emails. Don't let people reach out to you. Don't reach out to them. That's just wasting time. And as makers, we believe that time is money, and we don't want to have that back and forth. Okay, I send you an email, I reply, I wait for a reply and stuff like that. Have everything as clear as possible on your product page. That saves time for you. As a customer, I'm confident of what I'm buying. I know what I'm inputting. I know my name spelling is right. I'm just saving myself the whole back and forth. The next thing is the transparent policies. Making sure that your return policy is stringent. I wouldn't say as makers to have a free return policy. That wouldn't make sense. You're engraving a product, it's custom built, and if everything's well, you don't have to return the product. So making sure what you do, everything clearly in those kinds of policies does help AI to understand that yes, the website's holding what they're saying and it makes sense what they're including on their policies. Trust signals, again, now this includes two things. It includes reviews and it includes your About Us page. Now, I would talk about the About Us page more. A lot of brands out there, they don't have About Us page, and even if they do, they have like a little paragraph on the homepage talking about who they are, but that's not enough. Nobody wants to buy from a faceless brand. These days, AI ranks websites on the basis of images, right? If you have images of owners, of your workshop, of your machines, of your pets, include them on the website. It just makes more authenticity in the eyes of AI and Google. They think that brand's not a scam. It has an owner, it has a face, and we can buy from this. It's a legit brand. Reviews, again, important to have reviews. Any kinds of reviews, either you're fetching reviews directly off of Google, you're fetching reviews from Facebook, Instagram, manually entering reviews in, or using apps like Judge Me if you're on Shopify to get those reviews in. And the last thing is SEO. Yes, SEO still matters. It's not like we're only optimizing for AI, but AI also goes hand in hand with SEO. So all the meta tags that we're doing, all the schema that we're implementing on a website, whoever's running SEO, they are in line, they are kind of linked to AI, to being discoverable on AI, because AI also considers all of these things as recommended winners for a website. For all the people who are on Shopify and for those who are not, there's one advantage that Shopify has given all its business owners, all the people who have stores, 1 million stores on Shopify, and all of them are using the Shopify's Agentic storefront that they introduced in December last year. So it's been 3 months now, and all the stores already have an advantage. So if you are on Shopify, you can go to your settings, go to sales channels, and you'll see that the Agentic storefront is already enabled for you, which means that your products are already in AI's radar, and it's all about how you can structure the content on your website, have reviews, have testimonials, have your About Us, have images in a format that is readable by AI. Now, here is what makes it different for makers, right? Big brands are moving super slow. They have systems, they have approvals, they wait months to kind of implement everything on a website. But makers can move fast, right? We have power, we have time, we can do everything we want on our website. No matter how many products, pick 5 products a day, you have 1,000 products, you're going to be done in about 2-3 months. And that's how we want you guys to move. And the good thing about agentic commerce is that it rewards clarity, which is present natively on every maker's website. You go on a website, you know they're into customization, they do shirts, they do trophies, they do wood, they do glass, any kind of stuff. So it's clear as to what they're doing. The second thing is it rewards craft, it rewards handmade items, and every maker is crafty. They're doing stuff that AI automatically or agentic commerce automatically takes into consideration. And trust would come as we have reviews. I'm sure you must have done so many products, send it out to people, you have verbal reviews, have those reviews in, doesn't take too long. Now, what we've done is we've created an action plan for makers, and we've kind of divided it into 3 parts. We have a short-term action plan, a medium-term, and a long-term action plan. Now, the short-term action plan is what we can do within a week, and what we encourage is to move from a regular portfolio style website or product to a more conversion focused pages. This means add information about the products, who is it for, what's the best occasion to gift it, the size, the material, as descriptive as you want to be, can go on that product page. The images, If you're selling a notebook, make sure to have what the notebook looks like from inside, from the back side, what the page thickness is, the GSM of the page. Make sure to include as much information as you can for a customer, because a customer cannot touch your product, they cannot feel the product, they can only read about it and then buy from you. Create a customization process. As I mentioned about all the fields, use an app, don't use an app. If you're good with coding, use a code. Make sure to have all the customization fields on your website. If you want to capture name, surname, if you want to capture the date of birth, have specialized fields for that. Don't just have one box, throw in your information, don't do that. Make it easier for yourself to capture information, make it easier for the customer to give that information. It'll be so much easier for you when you get all that information in your back end, when you're looking at an order. Oh, this is the name, this is the surname, this is the date of birth, this is what the design that they want. And the last thing is add FAQs on a website. Now, FAQs are super important. What FAQs do is, FAQs are questions and answers. And 99% of the time, people go on AI and they search for questions looking for answers. And your website could be that source where you have that exact answer for the question, but because you don't have FAQs, you're missing out on that one lead. So adding FAQs just ensures that if I'm searching for something on AI, I get an answer, I get a little link with a website. If I'm interested to read more, I'll click on that link, go on that website and see what they're doing, right? Now, because my question would be something related to what that website does, and that's why they have the FAQ on it. So I might end up buying something from that website because it might be a product page, it might be at a home page, it might be a category page. So adding FAQs on a website is super important. The short-term actions could be a week long, could be 5 days, 4 days, depending on how many products you have. But have that time, take out time to use especially the customization part, to add this to your products, to make sure that all your products are optimized properly. Moving to the medium-term actions, now these take a bit longer. These are not as quick to do as possible. So invest in SEO. This means make sure that all the backend stuff on your site, may it be your 404 errors, your images optimization, may it be how you're internal linking your product. Are you writing blogs on your website? Is the Google's data that's showing up on when you're searching for your website, is that correct? Are people clicking on that? They're not clicking on that. Try to understand that metric and answer your question that, do I need SEO? If not, you're missing out on a big audience. Adding product data. Now this is what takes time, to ensure that all the products are having the relevant information. Yes, you have to open every product individually, or you'll have to create fields. Now this takes time to kind of do all the products all at once. So pick up 5 products, add in all the information that you can, and then leave the next for next day. So this way you'll cover up ground as quickly as possible. Now, customer proof, adding testimonials. Yes, now you might need some time to gather all the testimonials from different platforms if you don't have them. If you do have them, that could be one of the short-term plans. But if you don't, start getting testimonials today, send emails about leaving reviews, and get your customers to leave testimonials. Coming to the long-term action, I don't have anything as a long-term action. You don't need long-term actions. Everything needs to be done now, because you don't have time. There are so many stores out there that are already implementing all of this. You are still better off with Shopify as a store. You're ahead of so many different websites that are on WordPress, Wix, Square. But as Shopify, you already have the edge. Why not implement all of this and get ahead of the curve already? I would like to just close by saying, if AI is recommending it, it's selling. If it's not, you're going to disappear in a whole world of websites that are selling the same product, probably in a cheaper price, and they're doing everything right that they can. And you know what you need to do, but you're still not doing it. So make sure you get on it today. Start with the short-term goals and get on AI. Thank you.